Good afternoon, guys. I hope we're all sparkly. Firstly, apologies for the lack of videos recently. I haven't had the time or inclination to sit here and rant into my iPhone like a crazy man. Because I am a bit crazy. We're all a bit crazy in this crazy world. Because we've lost a sense of perspective. Why? Because we no longer live according to our physiology, how our body functions. Your male androgen levels follow a diurnal pattern. Day, night, day, night, day, night. They don't care if it's the work week, the weekend, the holidays. They want you to wake up and do the same things every day. And what's that? Yeah, you guessed it. Go hunt. Go gather. You have a spike of testosterone in the morning because you've been repairing from the day to prepare for the next day. That, alongside cortisol, is there to help you get up, get motivated, and go do what? Yeah, you guessed it. Earn your reward. What's your reward? Food. Then a bit of nookie, and then rest, sleep. So the first part of your day from a male androgen perspective is activity. The second part of the day is rest. So sympathetic drive, catabolic hormones with that spike of testosterone from repairing from the day. And the second part is initiation of your parasympathetic nervous system, initiated normally through food. That's why they call it comfort eating. You are gaining comfort from eating. Should you gain comfort from eating from emotional stress? No. You should suck it up. Get on with it. Understand that your physiology doesn't care less about your pathetic emotions. I'm obviously being hard and horrible. Your emotions mean a lot to your physiology. No, they don't. Your physiology doesn't care. If you understood your physiology and you lived according to your physiology, your psychology would improve and then your emotions would improve. Not the other way around. Your emotions can negatively impact your psychology, which negatively impacts your physiology. And look at us. Look at what a healthy world we live in. With no mental health problems. Everybody's got mental health problems. Are they problems? Well, they can be. Who needs to work on their mental health? Everybody. Is it a conscious thing? Not normally, if you understand your physiology and you wake up and you go, yeah, earn your reward, and understand that you have to be physically active to utilize those neurotransmitters and hormones that do not know the difference between physical and psychological stress. So if you have a stressful day at work, what should you do? Yeah, be physically active. But is that not feeding just that one side of this seesaw? Well, it is, isn't it? It's feeding the sympathetic and catabolic side. And what should we be feeding? Yeah, we should be feeding the other side. Because what's life all about? Yeah, you guessed it. Balance. When we're presented with a stressful situation, what should we do? Well, at our core, we should flight. Because as animals, and we are animals, we should have no ego. And if something is dangerous, an animal will run away. Because it doesn't care what anybody else thinks. It doesn't have an ego to think, I can do this. It knows. It knows instinctually. And we do not live according to our instincts. We live according to this that has been manipulated by everything into the sad, sorry state that we're in right now. And we need to get away from that. We need to live more according to our physiology and more according to our instincts. Because in this stressful situation that you cannot avoid, because we live in a stressful world with distractions, manipulations, a simple life makes sense. So do try and simplify your life, but you can't get away from these distractions. So these distractions are causing sympathetic overload. They're causing cortisol to fire. But you need to balance it with the other side of the seesaw, your calming testosterone and your parasympathetic nervous system. So one of the major reasons why men have low testosterone, outside of doing naughty things, is because they have excess stress. And that drives that seesaw upwards, the testosterone down, and eventually you become hypogonadal. And then you have no capacity for balance. If something stressful happens, what happens? You get irritable, you get angry. Because, as I said in the previous video, testosterone is a calming hormone. So I can normalize your male androgen levels for long-term physical and psychological well-being, but you've got to put the effort in to seek the reward. Because this one side, sympathetic and catabolic, the other side, anabolic and parasympathetic, you still need to work on the parasympathetic nervous system. So what are you going to do? Well, the doc's daily regime is wake up, have a scratch, do some breath work, have a cold shower, and then reset myself for the day. That is the perfect start for the day. Bit of nookie as well, hopefully, but yeah, well, you know, if you're lucky, if she's no, anyway. So yeah, really, what you're doing with that is you're resetting, because you can wake up and have all the worries that are going to face you, because they're going to be there. They don't go away, and you have to live in this world. But if you reset your system through breath work, again, manipulating the sympathetic and parasympathetic sides of the autonomic nervous system, and then step into a cold shower, which gives you that shock that you have to overcome through what? Breath work and mindfulness. You step out and you are reinvigorated. You are ready. You have overcome the cold. The cold is your friend. If you understand your true nature, you will realize that you need to reset yourself to face the nonsense of today. Because it's all nonsense, isn't it? If you've got a roof over your head, you've got food on the table, you have loved ones, you're doing all right. Pat yourself on the back. No, it's about earning your reward every single day. There are no days off. Well, what's it all about? It's about that, earning your reward. Last weekend, I did the, what did I do? I did the SAS selection phase. I did the fan dance, a 15-mile hike. It was difficult. I did it with my friend, Carl. We had an amazing time. For a lot of it, we didn't talk because we couldn't, because you were concentrating on the moment. And then for little bits of relaxation, we just put the worlds to rights. Because we sometimes do need to put the worlds to right. Because we're afraid to talk. Men should talk. Because we're always offending people, aren't we? And we're told to talk to improve our mental health. But if you don't feel the ability to freely express yourself for fear of offending somebody, then what are you going to do? So you do need that compadre. You do need that sense of belonging that you can get from sharing experiences, thoughts with another human being without being judged. And that's incredibly important. So yeah, we did the fan dance in just under 5 hours. The Special Forces guys have to do it with a 20-kilogram Bergen and a rifle. Whoa. Back in the day, maybe, with a bit more cardio, I reckon I could probably do it. But at the moment, I'm happy with what we achieved. But we're going to do it again with Team TMHC. Do they know yet? They don't know yet. But we're going to do it next summer. The whole of the team. Lydia, Chris, Charlotte, Nikki, and whoever wants to join us. Let's do this. Let's do what? Yeah. Go earn our reward.